So yeah, I mean, right now it is actually sitting at $43.92 for one silver round. Honestly, earlier I said 42. I guess it just went up a couple $2 or 83 cents since yesterday. So yeah, that's the current price for just one coin at the moment. As you guys know, currently I am buying a lot of scrap jewelry. I have been for the last like 7 years, and a lot of the jewelry that I bought I have sold for double of what the price was. But as you can see now, just the precious metal itself has gone up almost double, if anything almost 2.5x since I've been buying. I have my fair share of side investment with silver bullion, like coins and bars. Fortunately, I got in at like $20, and as I said, like $43, right? I think $43.93 or something it was today. Is still not a bad buy. Silver has been around $30 for the past, I would say, like 8 years, 10 years since I've been buying it, and it's been fluctuating from 30 to 15 to 20, from 30 to 25. So after it exploded over 30, I could potentially see it go up to like 70, 80, maybe even $100. You know, nobody really knows when precious metals explode. They go up significantly within like a 2 year, like 1 to 2 year span. So if you're buying it right now, you're definitely not going to be making as much profit as I have for holding it for the last 5 to 6 years. But you can definitely get a little scalp. Like, you could take a little bit of profit on, you know, it going from $43.90 whatever cents it is right now, and potentially getting it to 60. Silver is really just a hedge against inflation. So as I said, for the past 8 years, it's been sitting around $30, you know, so it's obviously been a very undervalued precious metal. And I mean, we do have gold, we also have platinum. So those are two other precious metals that have been going up with silver. Obviously gold is the leader. Gold has been going up, so silver and platinum follow. But for me, I personally love silver. I like it just because you could buy a mass amount for a lot less than what you could get gold for. But if you're like a rich, like multi-millionaire, and you want to have a nice little side investment, I would recommend gold, because if you have more money, let's say you have like $500,000 to invest, $500,000 would get you a small little bar of gold, but $500,000 in silver would get you like a fucking boatload. So I am definitely buying still. I know $43 is a lot for people an ounce, but as I said again, this is gonna be a nice gap up where we could potentially see like $60 to $70 in the near future for silver. And obviously what goes up must come down. So after it hits like those areas, I do see it falling back to around like 45 where we're at now. So but again, as I said, based on inflation, based on what you could really get for the dollar right now, I would have to say silver and gold is a great investment. I want to talk about my little backstory, where it's like the reason why I got into buying and selling jewelry wasn't because I like jewelry. As you can see, I don't wear any jewelry. I don't like to show off when it comes to that type of stuff. But when it's something solid like a nice chain, you know, I like to hold on to these items forever, and they're just good store values. And like, for example, this chain right here, I literally bought this right out of high school after I had my first job. I got this with the pendant. I paid like $1,500 with the pendant. Realistically got this for like 400 bucks, you know, and $400 for this chain. This chain is now worth about 8 in scrap value, and that's just melt. So if I wanted to actually sell this chain as jewelry, I could probably get like a good $1,000, you know, a little $200 premium, just because it is a nice Italian Franco. I really have been buying silver and gold, not because of the jewelry intrinsic value. It's always been because of the base metal itself. So right now I'm currently gonna mount like a huge box of silver that I've held throughout like about 8 to 9 years of my life, and it's gonna be a massive bar. So I mean, it's always good, like I said, to just buy, and when you have extra money, put it to the side, because within 20 years, silver, we could be discussing a whole different story. Silver could honestly be where gold's at right now, you know, and gold could be probably where it could be in the $10,000 to $30,000 range. You know, we never know. But all we do know factually throughout time is that gold and silver as precious metals always go up. They never go down, maybe in the short term, but they're just like stocks, and they're just like crypto, where it just continuously goes up throughout time. So I knew this day would come. Just more of just putting your money where your mouth is and just investing into something that you know will go up long term. And as I said again, silver is definitely a great investment right now, especially right now. If you want to hold long term, short term, I would have to say right now there's a crazy increase in buying, whether it's just because of inflation itself or just war around the world. Right now, that is probably the safest investment. Silver has been my best investment throughout my whole life. I'm only 26 at the moment, so I've been investing in it for about like 8 years, and obviously it has been the best 8-year investment. I haven't gotten like a 5,000% return or 1,000%, but it's definitely been a solid 150%, which I would have to say is pretty good in my books. And also to keep in mind, when I've been buying the silver, I've been flipping it for double already on top of it as it is. So throughout my whole time of buying and selling jewelry, I've always been putting a premium of like 200 to 150% as it was. So all the stuff that I just couldn't sell, it already just went up by itself. So obviously I'm not going to sell everything. I'm going to sell like a huge portion of it, but not everything. So as I said again, buy silver. It's a great investment, even though it's at it is at all-time highs. So it's a good investment even though it's at all-time highs.